Hey guys, how you doing? Quick video today. I did pick up some firewood. It's been a while since I went scrounging. There's basically a place I go by that whenever I go there, I'll bring the saw and see if I see anything. And there really hasn't been anything good for a while. But today I did score some nice red maple. This is what I picked up today. And it's probably only about a third of a load of wood. What I've come to expect now is, you know, on a bad day, I'll just pick up a few logs and throw them in, or just a few like 3 to 6 inch diameter branches. On a good day, I'll get a load like this, or maybe a little bit more. This is all red maple. It's all fresh cut, not gonna be ready till next year at least. There was a bunch of this. It's a softwood, and look at the growth rings on this. I just brought this back just to show you guys. I wouldn't burn this wood. When I put the saw in it, you could feel the resistance because the wood is so wet. And then the final thing was whenever I use the saw, so even just cutting this today, I will touch up the saw, clean it up, and put a fresh edge on it. But I mean, cutting all this stuff in the bed of the truck, I've still got 2 bars left on this battery. I mean, it just amazes me how smooth these battery saws are when you get them dialed in. And the other thing I want to say is I'm going to put a clip here of me zooming in on the chain, but this is the second half of the chain. And there's a video I made 3, 4, 5 years ago where I coined the phrase, the shorter the cutter, the quicker the chips flutter, because I get more excited to be at the second half of the cutter because it starts to narrow out and it cuts more like a narrow curved chain. Most of the wood today was a little bit less than the bar of the saw, but once you got to about here and bigger, the saw just really didn't quite have enough power. I mean, it had enough power, but you could tell the saw wasn't happy about it, let's put it that way. And I was using eco mode. I'm not sure where I left off last time, guys, but this is pretty much what we've got, which almost all of this wood is going to be next year's wood. There's a few pieces of ash in here, and then I've got some ash over there. What I've been starting to do is put the ash over there on the trailer so I can cut that first and get it drying out, and then save the wetter stuff for later. And then somebody I know did have a load of wood, and they said I could come pick up a load if I like, and I did. But I'm just curious, can anybody identify this log here? I think, and I'll know once I split it, but I think this is elm. And elm is a very stringy wood, and I've never split it with a log splitter, but I know years ago I had some elm on the property and I cut it, and I actually gave up trying to hand split it because it was just such a bear to get through. I think you guys have pretty much seen from this row back. But again, this is all going to be good for next year. The drying process has started. It's all cut short, so we're going to be good for next year with all this stuff. Well, I'm probably only going through maybe a half a wheelbarrow a day if it drops down to be pretty cold. You guys seeing that? You know, maybe I'll get close to a wheelbarrow. But this wood is burning beautifully. There were some larger logs I got over the summer that were ash, that was like standing dead wood. I don't think I've had wood that's been that dry in years. And then here's my next year wood supply. Although this little bit of ash, I think I'm going to actually go through and start a separate holes housing with all the ash that I just showed you. Once it gets cold out, that wood dries out fast. So if it does dry out enough, I can start burning that. I'm not going to even have close to enough wood to make it, but we're just going to do our best. You know, I don't want to say worst case I'll buy some, because a lot of times you can buy wood that says it's seasoned, and even if it's been sitting in log lengths for a year or two, it's only been cut and split within the last month. And wood like that still needs several months to dry, if not longer. So it's really finding a decent seller of firewood. But I just couldn't imagine my house without a wood stove. Once you have a wood stove, you know you can always throw a log on the fire and warm up if you want, and I would definitely miss that. All right, guys, well, there is the end result of today's efforts, and I did find one piece of ash there too, and that looks like it was actually alive. I didn't know you could still find ash that was alive. It just blows me away that a battery saw can cut wood like this, quieter, just as fast, lighter in my book. I just can't believe the age we're in. So that's going to wrap this one up, guys. I just wanted to show you another scrounging video, and also to let you know that I did have one of my viewers whose husband is an arborist offered to bring me some wood. So what I'm also need to work on is getting a machine moved so they can back up a dumpster load of wood, which pretty much should take care of my wood supply for next year. I got behind, so now I just want to keep plugging away at it little by little, as opposed to just go nuts and put all my eggs in one basket and just, get the wood I can get, have more wood than I need for next year, and just let it start drying. So thanks for watching, guys, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. The shorter the cutter, the quicker the chips flutter.